I want to make it a habit to more often start with the daily challenge, because I found from my recent experience that scoring can be a lot of fun in TLD. We have some pretty solid scores, ranging from 70 to 80,000 here on the first page of the leaderboard. So we'll have to see if we can beat that. We are going to be using Tethys, Frozen Lances and Root Seeds as our base cards. We will be purging a card after every battle. Our units will have Heartless. Good thing we don't have Restores. And enemy units enter with Spikes 1. Sorry Tethys, this is not your challenge. Although Spikes 1, maybe she can survive that decently well with the health upgrade on most of her paths that she got with the TLD update, so who knows. But Hollow and Pain Train does make it somewhat hard to keep her alive. So let's jump in and see how these things go. So, we are starting out with Guardian Stones. Looks like Tethys might be able to stay alive after all. We also have 2 useless cards in Wildwood Sap, at least they consume. They're basically worse Train Stewards, but they don't need capacity to be played, and they trigger Incant. So maybe they're actually better Train Stewards. Then we have Titan's Gratitude, which I'm quite happy about. That's a solid spell. Okay. Let's take a look at our artifacts first. Let's go with the normal one. At the start of your turn, add a 0-cost spell to your hand with Purge. That will be great for any incant things. Besides the fact that Vine Grasp is just a useful spell to have. But just the ability to use it for incant things is pretty neat. Totem Fragment applies spell weakness 2 to enemy units when they enter the floor below the Pyre Room. That is a good, very powerful artifact, but we don't want to be in the top floor because that loses us points. Let's take Cursed Vines. Extra health for Tethys. I don't think that's what we really want. It would be nice to keep Tethys alive, but with the Guardian Stone, I feel like we can manage. Refracting Lens when a card with Consume is played. We do have these Wildwood Saps, but what I really want here is Rationing Scales, giving us some health for Pyre health that we don't need. Well, we don't want to take damage in this run anyways, because that loses a score. So we might as well set our Pyre health down to 50 and keep it there. If we take damage, at least we heal back up. Is it Conduit? Is it Handheld Totem? Spell Weakness is nice. Sweep is useful, but we will hit more spikes with that, so it's gonna be harder to keep Tethys alive with the Guardian Stone. Handheld Totem Tethys is a good target for Root Seeds. Conduit has lower health. We do have Titan's Gratitudes and Frozen Lands as our damage spells that would get cost reduced. So it would help us play the Root Seeds more often, draw more cards, get more incant triggers. I'm gonna go with Conduit and possibly build around incant. So we lost 30 Pyre health but gained 90 coins in return. So that is nice. Let's go for the challenge, of course. We do want the score. We do want the unit draft. We do have to keep Tethys safe. Vine Grasp helps. We can kill one of these. But that's about it. We would need some frozen lands to be able to set up on the bottom floor against this wave. Let's get a kill. Do want to leave space for the totem. And I do want the extra draw. We do need some frozen lances here. Didn't find the totem just yet. Trains you're dying, is that fine? No, I don't think I want the train steward to die right now. This collector will die. Let's consume these cards because we no longer need them. Or rather, we never needed them in the first place. Let's take out everyone on this floor with these damage spells. Set up the train steward and keep armoring up. And we should have the kill pretty easily here, right? Yeah, we just need to take out a frontliner and there we go. We can even overkill by quite a bit. I like the Guardian Stone, but we need something with offensive scaling as well. Offering token. Ice Tornado, Mollusk Mage. Mollusk Mage can be fun. Especially the Essence. Just combine them with like a Guardian Stone. Can be very nice. I'm gonna take an Offering token though. Sting, Razor Sharp Edge, Resto Ditto. Razor Sharp Edge could be a good card. Helps us with scaling. Can, in an emergency situation, be used to take out enemy backliners. Which we can't really do just yet with Frozen Lances and Titan's Gratitudes. Just because they only target the front. Do we need the scaling? Would we rather have a Sting? For more draw, more incant. I'll go with the Sting here, but I'm not sure that's the right choice. Animus of Will. That can be our damage source. We just slot in any scaling essence. And we're good to go. Meanwhile, we have some options of frontliners as well. I take the Animus. Get our first train steward out over one of the Wildwood Saps, which is a bit questionable, but I think generally the right decision. Let's take a look at the merchant. Large Stone, yes, that is pretty good. Large Stoned Animus with Tethys and Guardian Stone behind seems very reasonable. Fungus, Vapor Funnels, Catches. Well, obviously not Fungus because we can't heal. Vapor Funnel can be nice to prevent some damage. Can we use Catches? We could. We get the free purchase. We can probably get rid of the train stewards pretty easily. Then we just put a giant amount of Animuses of Will on the middle floor because we will dupe them. Make them large. Slot someone in. Let's do it. +5 attack and incant gain rage 1. That is gonna be our essence for the Animus. We will slot them in here in this Divine Temple, and then we start duping them at the first possible spot. We have 2 Hellvents coming up there, and then a final Hellvent is always in the final ring. And I think there are always 3 Hellvents on the map, but I'm not entirely sure about that one. We could try to reroll for Quick. Quick or Multi-Strike. Endless doesn't really help, but Runestone would take care of any potential problems in defense. We don't have to take it. We can just go to another Merchant of Steel, potentially find Quick or Multi-Strike. And that would be all we need. You know what? I don't care. You will gain enough armor. But what I do care is about your starting health. So I will give you a Heartstone. So that is not a problem. Let's move on. 30 shards should be easy. This looks reasonable. Only downside is that we don't have... Well, we don't have Tethys and we don't have the Armor Stone. Can we turn that into an advantage and getting a bottom floor kill? That might not work out. Especially considering our setup on the bottom floor is gonna be a bit difficult right now. We don't want to incant on the bottom floor, that's for sure. Let's play the Offering Token first. We could consume these 2. We don't really need the Frozen Lands this turn. Let's just consume these. Tethys will survive being put on the bottom floor, right? That is 3 damage. Then we would need to draw into the Guardian Stone. It's a 2 in 3 chance. And if we lose Tethys here, we still win on the middle floor. You know what? Kinda want you to be in the front. In front of the Nameless Siren especially. Didn't find it. That doesn't mean Tethys has to die here. This floor is already taken care of. Tethys survives. But we will not be getting the bottom floor kill, I don't think. That's a bit unlikely. But we can certainly try. Actually, you should probably be in the front. Let's see what we can do. If we pull you to the front and double lance you, it's gonna be a source of damage gone. Offering Token. Yeah, we are so far away from getting this kill. Discard 1 Titan's Gratitude so that we can play the entire hand. You have spikes 3. I guess we should buff the Train Steward because higher health. Maybe we should buff... Well... Yeah, we should buff the Train Steward. It was a valiant effort. Maybe we should have buffed the totem, but it would also go down faster because it would start taking spikes damage. We take no prisoners here. Okay, we now have a very straightforward plan. Nameless Siren goes into Animus of Will. We hopefully find Quick, if not, maybe another multi-strike. Then we start duping Animuses of Will, we start removing the Train Steward so that we get these on the middle floor guaranteed. We will not have access to Tethys on that middle floor unless we find some descent. Restoring Retreat will be the card we're looking for. Most important thing is that we get as many incant triggers as possible, but we also want to be able to take out units that are between us and the boss. Offering token could be a thing. It would help us take offering spells a lot easier, and it's an incant trigger on its own. I'm gonna take it. I will also take another sting. There are other interesting options. What if we had that whole thing, but added a quick sweeper to make sure that stuff dies? Or what if we used a Nameless Siren in addition to the Animus in the Guardians? Yeah, we can put a Nameless Siren in the Guardian Stone as well. So that gives us another big hit. That is not really what we need from that. Well, we basically only need damage scaling. Our defense will be taken care of. Not necessarily. I think I'll skip this. I shouldn't have skipped this. I need to make sure I fuse in every temple. We want to take max shards, right? So yeah. But that's fine. Heal up so we get extra money from the next fight. It's just 60 gold. But, well, these things are... We definitely fuse the Nameless Siren into the Animus here. We might as well look at this first. I think we reroll, but do we buy anything beforehand? What would my second upgrade on the Guardian Stone be? Runestone wouldn't be bad. I might as well just take that here. In case the Guardian Stone happens to be in the front. Or maybe we want to move it to the front with a Vine Grasp. That is quick. That's good enough. More than good enough. That means we don't really need defense anymore. We sacrifice the Nameless Siren. Put that into the Animus of Will. So we now have a very well scaling Animus. Value Stone. Well, let's definitely use the Purge Stone on one of the Wildwood Seps. We don't consume remove or double stack any of these. So the Value Stone is not ideal, but it's just a cost reduction and it gives us shards. We do want to take every opportunity to gain additional shards, because that is core. Copy a card 5 times. The only downside with copying the Nameless Siren 5 times here is that we will have too many Nameless Sirens. And we won't guarantee the Guardian Stone on the floor, but honestly, I kind of think that doesn't matter. Hi Nebula Purple, welcome. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in this DLC. I really like the shard system. It gives you a lot more control in general. We turn some of our pyre health into money and fight Daedalus. We should really go for a flying kill here. How many Animuses did we roll? Only 2. But we do have the other 2 in hand. So we can have one on the bottom floor taking care of these enemies. And one on the top floor. Do want to take this one out. And then you die before you can attack. So Tethys lives. That means the other incants should go on this floor if possible. Will not be possible for this card. Well, this Animus obviously doesn't have a place. There is no room for it. We just want the bottom floor to be strong enough to take these down and then focus on the middle floor, right? It is, because it's rage, it's best to focus on one floor, and the middle floor is clearly our strongest one. This one definitely goes here, probably in front actually, so that we can keep taking down these enemies as they appear. But we really want to cast any other spells on this floor. Kinda wanna... This Forge Disciple doesn't matter because Daedalus won't be on this floor this turn. So let's just keep incanting. And hit Daedalus as hard as we can. And now our goal is to kill him on the top floor this turn. That means we have to take out the bomb. Buff you up as best we can. And then finish this. Five-turn boss rush. Thanks to the Animuses. Channel Song would help us draw the remaining Animus and make them a bit stronger. But Ancient Synergy, I think, is better here to take out enemies that get in our way. Is that really a thing? Do we really care about taking out enemies that get in our way? We have Animuses on the bottom floor as well. Well, just one, but one will be good enough for a while. We will have one in our opening hand always. 4 on the floor. That leaves one more to draw with Channel Song. Maybe Ancient Synergy is the way we should go with here. Where do we have another fuse? In this Divine Temple. We have so many more Divine Temples. Maybe we just want to pick units that we can fuse into stuff, even if it means some inconsistency along the way. Hi Katira, welcome! Yeah, our Animuses are gonna be quite angry this run. Kind of don't like the Guardian Stone too much anymore, because it can get pulled with the Sketches of Salvation. Animi. It is weird. I do want to fuse as many units as possible to gain shards from that. But on the other hand, I want consistency with the Sketches of Salvation. We will go for fusing stuff for now. symbol on the train stewards. That symbol is actually on all the units. That is not on all of them, but on most cards. That is the Divine Victory stamp. Divine Mastery. We have it on Wildwood Sap, we have it on Sting, Root Seeds, but it's easier to see on cards with no text on them, so... We don't have it on Animus of Will yet. We could keep the Train Steward so we can fuse the Train Steward into another Train Steward. We'll fuse the Nameless Siren into the Guardian Stone most likely. Gives us 2 fuses to do. We do want to keep the Root Seeds and the Stings. Let's get the Wildwood Sap out of here. Left side has a free relic, right side has a dupe. What would we dupe right now? Dupe gives us shards. We could dupe this Root Seeds. Just for shards. Shards are nice, but they're not everything. Have Volatile Gorge. Wing Clippings. Wing Clippings could eventually be good. There are a few consume spells that I would take very highly. I feel like the removal is not something we want to do. Conduit 3 would make Ancient Synergy easier to play on the bottom floor. That might be good. Chillwind would give us more boss kill potential. That might be even better. So my game plan is we use the Sketches of Salvation and the Animi to take care of bosses, flying bosses, and we try to use the remaining Animus of Will and Tethys to take care of non-flying bosses. But with Spikes 4, Tethys will have a hard time staying alive. Well, this is about as good as it can get. We have all these things. Is there any reason to... How much damage will you do? 31 times 2? Yeah, that's actually an extra hit on the backliner. Middle floor is fine, doesn't require additional attention. Let's set you up on the top floor. We will need you to get some armor. I want to quick down the frontliner first. Throw out as many spells as we can. So now the only damage we're taking on the Animus is the spikes damage, but they will eventually become too much. That is a pretty decent way to kill these. We do want to cast maximum spells to gain armor as well. And make sure that we hit... Well, killing this guy, there is a chance that we get there. Wow. Preserves a lot of health. Very nice. I don't really care about the Clip Defender, but this is just such a perfect way to kill him. 34 damage. Let's do this. Kill these two. And then we do one-shot that guy with the Animus. And prevent a lot of spikes damage that way. You should be the frontliner in the boss fight now, for sure. Now it's just maximum spells, so I don't want these Titan's Gratitudes. One can be played without problems, but I don't really have to. And look at this. Our bottom floor is strong enough to get the kill here. That's basically what I figured. Root Split Mask? That seems almost pointless. Drain Ice Empire Cuddle Hex. Cuddle Hex can be fused onto someone, but no. There is the Restoring Retreat. That is really powerful in certain fights. I should definitely take it. Next floor we fuse together the two stewards so that we can actually purge them afterwards. Is it time to cut one of the Animuses? Because we will always have one too many of them. I think so. We have to make a few very weird decisions. Mostly because of shard considerations. Could go either way here. Kinda don't value the removal at all. The dupe is still pretty valuable just because it gets us more shards and does more points. I'd rather have this be 0 cost, to be honest. Purge Stone. That one is pretty hard to use. Let's fuse the Train Stewards together now. Just so we can purge them next. Let's take a look at this. This is all useless. Caverns. I really don't want to purge too many cards. Although the Frozen Lands I could possibly purge. No. We do have to purge cards anyways. And Purge Stone is honestly a better way to purge Frozen Lands because it gives us shards. And shards are score. Sigilled Seaweed isn't bad. Temperate Talisman is pretty reasonable as well. I'll take those two. Think that's worth it. Gain another 60 gold from our scales. Non-boss enemy units have multi-strike. That should be fine. Sweet multi-strike, that's actually a problem. Oh, this is a little bit annoying. We do have the Restoring Retreat. Maybe we just send Tethys to the middle floor. I really want the bottom floor kill. Maybe we send an Animus of Will down. Yeah, that's the solution to this problem. 2 Animuses with some spells can take out these guys while quick. We can make use of those here. Wine Grasp, I guess, is the best way to do things here. Really want this Guardian Stone on the bottom floor, but that's gonna be hard to do. We can descend an Animus as soon as we... Maybe it's still possible. Didn't draw into this descent yet. I should bring you to the front. I want to keep that around for now. There is the descent. We descend another Animus, we play the Guardian Stone on this floor and descend it as soon as we get the chance to do so. Send the Guardian Stone down. Do we want to play out these Animuses? No, we don't need to. We will be fine. And we do have the kill here. Nice. I really kind of want the holdover. Oh, plus 40 pyre health. That is 120 gold for us. Hi Storm. That is a good spell, but what I really like here is something we can discard. The sap is not gonna be that important, but just having an offering spell gives us more incant potential. Ensnare? Probably don't need that. Pyrogrow? Pyrogrow, just one could be nice. Yeah, I'll take one Pyrogrow. And the train stewards are finally gone. We do want spell upgrades over unit upgrades, that's for sure. We don't want purchase. I do like the relic. But I'm gonna go to the right anyways. The spell upgrades matter. Take a look. Consume removal. I think we sacrificed the Nameless Siren into the Guardian Stone, right? Yeah, I think so. We do have another Value Stone. That definitely goes on Ancient Synergy. And I think Seek Stone goes on No, I want Holdover. Maybe Seek Stone goes on Pyrogrow. So that we have it active on the first turn. Sure. That means we definitely want more draw. We don't want to consume remove on it. Anything... I would like just some magic power on these Titan's Gratitudes without the consume, if possible. Let's cost reduce the root seeds, these are gonna be harder to play otherwise. Double stack the Guardian's Amulet. I guess the extra sap can sometimes help. 90 damage now. And let's make these root seeds free. Do we want to purge anything? What are our future purges gonna be? With the Descent, I really want to keep these Animuses around the remaining ones. I guess we purge Frozen Lances in our battles. Feels weird keeping all these purges, but like not using them. But I think it's the right choice. Three Animi. The ally is annoying. Tethys belongs on the top floor, so we can descend her onto the middle floor as soon as possible. Then we nuke this floor with this spell. You gain armor very quickly. Let's put you in the front. This one to descend later. Pyrogrow on the middle floor. I only draw 4 cards next turn. I hope it's gonna be worth it. Bottom floor is alright. Wait, Arcus has stealth. Yeah, we have no way to remove stealth from Arcus. We have to set up on the bottom floor then. My bad, didn't see that stealth in time. That means we want Tethys to be stunned for the longest. Then send the Nameless Siren out so she only has 1 turn of days. We still put the other, wait, Animus, not Nameless Siren. The other Animus down there. And just cast everything on the bottom floor now. We do actually gain a lot of stuff if we cast here. But if we can't hit Arcus with it, what's the point? We want to make sure the bottom floor goes as smooth as possible. In every way. There is our first descent, and I'm quite happy about that. We kept it. That sucks, I don't really want to play it again. I should be descending here. Do we start with the armor totem? Yeah, we start with the armor totem and add the sirens, the Animuses later. I still think we play another Pyrogrow. We draw 8 cards next turn anyways. I'm glad there is no Incant Dark Shard that we have to care about. Man, stealth on a flying boss is not nice. So we basically treat this fight as if Arcus was a non-flying boss, I guess. Well, I guess this is pretty nice too. Just overstack the bottom floor with all these Animuses, Anima, and have an extremely powerful bottom floor. Can we get enough armor to keep the totem alive? No. Well, 5 turns of stealth. Does he gain rage on strike? Did it just look like he was doing more damage with every attack? Gifts for a guard? We don't have enough spells in the deck to really consume them. Is this a skip? It feels wrong not taking... Wait, we have wing clippings. That makes things easy. The second Titan's gratitude is pretty terrible. I really don't want it. One of them, great. 2 of them, meh. We don't have any more units to fuse is the problem. So we are gonna be limited in how many shards we can actually take. Can't really use unit upgrades, but I would like a free relic. This is some money. This is more money. We have concealed caverns. These could really make a big difference. And I kinda want the holdover. So let's look for it. Spike of the Win. Is there any reason why we wouldn't take Awoken Rail Spike? No, there is no reason for that. Twinstone, huh? There is our holdover that goes on restoring retreat. What would be our Twinstone target? I know. It is a bit weird. But it should be this Root Seeds. Because the second one is also gonna be free. So it's just more spells cast. I don't like this purchase. But we need the shards. We definitely want a cost reduction. Probably on gifts. I would like a value stone on Awoken's Rail Spike. But that might not be an option. So we'll also cost reduce the Rail Spike. Consuming these frozen lances is honestly not a bad thing. But we will just remove them, purge them. So it's pointless. Let's get the Frostbite 20. We don't really need more boss damage, but sadly I can't engage in a pact, so I can't take these. Shards Heaven's Seal should be no problem. We easily have the power we need to push through the enemies. This is a bottom floor setup. We wanna descend you first, so you can be in front. Although we need a bit more power to push through these guys. Well, it's best to take out an enemy. And then deal with the other one on the next floor. Although, we do have it, right? No, we are 2 damage short, so they will heal back up. And we will need to cast some spells on the next floor to actually finish them off. Especially if we descend again. Which we do want to do. So we need to use our strongest spells here. That would be Titan's Gratitude. And get rid of this one. Yeah, Titan's Gratitude still gets played last. And now we have enough power on the bottom floor to just deal with everything there. Let's get some cards out of our hand. So that we can get the maximum draw with Rail Spike. Nice. These are some useful hits. We're gonna draw 10 anyways, so... Let's make our floor complete. The Rail Spike retained. So we can use it again. One more Animus. And we can descend next turn. Oh hey, it's Rail Spike again. Oh, we can actually cast that. Let's bring in the final Animus as well. With this Rail Spike retaining all the time, we don't even need the gifts for a guard, huh? You think we are strong enough? I guess we are. Guess we're pretty strong. You know what? I think we're just strong enough. Just throw out a few cards here. And then... yeah. That boss got to attack once. Another offering spell. Another restoring retreat. Wildwood Tome. We don't need any of these. What's our purge here? It's gonna be the final Frozen Lands. What's our purge after Seraph? The restoring retreat. Actually, we remove the restoring retreat here, and then we purge the Frozen Lands after Seraph. The only thing we really care about is core now. This is some score with 75 Actually 135 money. But 10 shards is more than that. I would immediately take the double incant relic. Firebox, huh? Purge stone again? Stop it! Don't want to do all these purges. We don't need another holdover, our deck is so small, we draw through it really fast. This can be helpful sometimes. We definitely want another cost reduction on the rail spike. That's about it. I wish we found a value stone, then I could dupe the rail spike. I guess here I have to dupe either an Animus for 15. The restoring retreat, no. This root seeds is actually 20. And it's a double incant trigger. And helps our draw. We don't want to purge anything. We could put a purge stone on the frozen lands. And then after the Seraph fight, purge a sting. Yeah. It gives us a way to actually use these shards or get these shards on our stuff. We do want this bell chain. I think that can go on Sting. And then we keep our money. No, wait. We have to reroll at least once here. Thorn Fruit. We are always drawing 10 cards. We don't need it. It would be good. Don't get me wrong. But we will pretty quickly always be drawing 10 cards. It's Seraph the Diligent. It's a bit annoying. I hope this one doesn't come in with stealth. I don't know what's... Stealth 7. Well, goodbye to our flying Seraph kill. This is our consume. We bring you to the bottom floor. Drag you to the front. So that you get taken out immediately. This guy's silenced. We deal with the others on the middle floor. We don't want to consume that just yet. I think we consume the Wine Grasp. Do want to play this. These all die. That's all that we need from that. 9. 10 cards. And now we should always be drawing 10 cards. Pretty much. What do we consume here? I don't want it to be offering token. I guess it's gonna be root seeds then. And we descend. She is just standing guard for any Lightwings that spawn on higher floors. It's her job. And she's doing it pretty well. With all the quick and stuff. Do I have to discount for the other? Yeah, we should do it now. We might draw into another discard. I consumed. Well, that sucks. Well, we still have the gifts for a guard. To keep going. Do want to descend you before we complete playing our spells on the bottom floor. Restoring retreat. 4 waves remaining. Yeah, you will exactly run out of stealth when the fight is over, so we don't need the restoring retreat anymore. That would only be useful if we... The restoring retreat there would only be useful if we were able to hit Seraph. So we could descend Seraph to actually hit him on the bottom floor with all our animi. That consumed. That I think did not. This one is gone. Well, no matter, we should be strong enough, even if we consume our entire deck now. Now we try to buff the frontliner as much as possible. Well, not many cards left in the deck. But we don't need many cards. We should easily win right here and now. We have to do another purge. What did we decide on? Sting? Kinda want it to be the Pyro now. Really don't need that at all. $260 shards. It's a good amount. Reasonable amount. Now, how quickly can we kill Mr. Divinity? Mrs. Divinity? No, I think it's referred to as male, but I'm not entirely sure. What's our optimal path? Do we care about taking these out on the bottom floor? No, we don't. There's no real benefit to that. We want these two to be on the top floor. We have to descend Tethys ASAP because Tethys doesn't survive on the top floor. But that is what we want to do anyways. And then we just go all in on Incant. Use the rail spike early. Hope that it... Yes, it stayed around. That rail spike staying around is huge. Just go for every point of damage we can get on the Divinity. These saps are gonna be very useful. Descend you. Place a new one. Sap the entire board. Again. Now Divinity is not dealing damage anymore, so our Animus in the front stays alive for longer. I want our Animus in the front to be able to one-shot stuff. So let's focus on her stats first. We can't waste too many buffs on her though. The backliners will get to hit Divinity, that's also a big benefit. It's another rail spike turn. That is gonna be big. We can still buff her up a bit. I want her to be able to at least two-shot this guy, which she is now able to do. Although we will Titan's Gratitude that floor. Draw 5. And now it did consume. Yeah, I think I value incant triggers more. Well, no, I shouldn't. Because taking down these guys gives us a lot more hits against the Divinity. That was a very good turn. Can we keep this up? Keep hitting the Divinity very hard. This is not the right sting for the job. We don't have Railspike anymore though, so now the Gifts for a Guard takes over. Now we use this thing and then Ancient Synergy and the other sting. Just taking out some of these enemies. Nice, Titan's Gratitude. Even if we descend you, we still don't quite get the kill this turn. Actually, we do. Okay, that's a 6-turn boss rush against the Divinity. That's a lot of score. We missed the early boss kills on Arcus and Seraph. Because of their stealth. That was very mean. I don't think it's worth skipping. Well, it might actually be worth skipping pack Shards to reduce their stealth number. You might be able to get a higher score if you actually don't take the that many pack Shards. Stay close to 100. You will of course need to fight the Last Divinity to get a decent score. That also increases your speed kill on the Divinity if you take fewer pack Shards. We had a few early 2-turn boss rushes that they cost us barely any points. This is 100, this is 150. We were off by over 3k. So where we really could have gained those points would have been on Arcus and Seraph. If we had, let's say, 160 fewer pack Shards, there would be 6,400 points less. Yeah, that's hard to make up. That is really hard to make up. The 6.4k. Hi, Bestari, welcome. 70k? 70k is still a great score. But yeah, Sketches of Salvation, Animus of Will, Good Essence, Large Stone, Quick, just everything came together very well there. Really strong deck. Really strong challenge. There you are, Bestari. Still in the top 20. Not bad, not bad. That is also a strong carry. Nameless Siren with Nameless Siren infused. Gain 3 rage on incant. And then multi-strike, quick. Cupid. Titan Sentry with Guardian Stone. Same Tethys choice. Ah, the spell chain Awoken rail spike, so that if you play one and it consumes, you still have another one. That's a good idea. I maybe should have done that. Early game wasn't great. Ah, you didn't get a boss rush on Daedalus. Yeah. Oh, did you 5 times dupe an Ice Tornado with Value Stone? That is neat. I like it. Yeah, the intrinsic Value Stone restoring retreat makes a lot of sense. Just have Tethys on the floor all the time. There was actually a chance that we would fail to draw the restoring retreat on turn 1. 4-turn boss rush. Yeah, it's a pretty solid one. 245 shards as well. Not bad, Bestari. Let's take a look at Wobat. That 80k score is pretty impressive. What am I looking at? I'm looking at a cheated run. 425 pack shards? Sure, dude. But you can, I mean, you can't put monster rail spikes on Tethys. You can't put 3 on anything. So, time to report. Okay. Well, that makes me... Yeah, I think that makes sense. Oh, this one went with fewer shards, huh? 6-turn boss rush on Arcus. 7-turn on the Divinity. So... Cloud Gamer here went with what I just said, taking fewer shards to have a better flying boss kill potential. So they gained 1.8k on Arcus, they gained 2.7k on Seraph, that's 4.5k already, and then they gained another just 1.2k on the Last Divinity. But that more than makes up for the 110 lower shard count they have. I think they went with spell weakness too. Double stacked spell chain. Yeah. It's not necessarily that they went for a less stealth on Seraph and Arcus. It's more that they went for a strategy that can kill through stealth if necessary. Damage spells cost less, mollusk mages. The Titan Sentry with Guardian Stone just to deal with waves. And then just the spell weakness nuke engine. That is Ice Storm, Energy Siphon with double stack and spell chain. Buffed up Titan's Gratitudes and this Ancient Synergy. The Ancient Synergy with spell chain though? Well, with Tethys, not a problem. Yeah, respect. That is a very strong build, very strong deck. We are less than 700 points off of the first place here. And we are just 5 points ahead of this guy. Wow. Let's take a look at their deck as well. They also went for very high shard counts. They get flying kills. Also had the Energy Siphon with double stack, that makes sense. Mollusk mages that get summoned to the middle floor. Interesting. Forgotten Name surely was useful for this strategy. Okay. Interesting daily challenge. I liked it a lot.